have to learn how to enjoy your own company. This is something it's not even new to me, but I feel like it became so much more evident when I turned 18, like enjoying your own company. A lot of the time I just stay in my room and turn off my phone and turn off my laptop and just talk to myself. You know, just genuinely enjoy your own company, enjoy being alone. I've gone to a couple of events this summer by myself and just really taking it in. I mean, I was admitting that, oh, okay, it'd be fun if someone was here, or if my best friend was here and I could share it with him. But it's just great when you can enjoy your own company. Like, you don't need to have anybody with you to have a good time. Like, I'm good with my popcorn and wine, thank you. Growing, you kind of realize what's important and what's not, and in that, for me, over the past year, I've realized how important it is to surround yourself with the right people. And I've always been one to do that, but I think even more so now I'm actually conscious of it. I don't want to be with people that, you know, have certain behaviors, certain characteristics, just because I know that I don't want that type of impact in my life. I don't want them breathing, you know, that type of air around me. So I think it's really important just to surround yourself with people that uplift you, people that encourage you, people that have, you know, common interests with you. Don't waste your time with people that are not adding benefit to your life. I know that when you're growing up, you especially hold on to childhood friends and stuff like that, but as you grow older, sometimes your paths don't just align anymore, and you do have to cut them off. You do have to reduce the time you spend with them, and it's hard. It is hard. I'm still learning every day more about how to do that, but it's something I'm definitely becoming more conscious of, like people who I surround myself with. And I know that over the years, a lot of people thought that money was wealth. This day, information is wealth, knowledge is wealth. You have to equip yourself with the right things. You have to know more to be more. It's not just about having all the money. It's not just about taking over daddy and mommy's business. You actually have to know things for yourself. Like, education is important. It's not just about, you know, going to school. And this for me came as a shock, because I wasn't the biggest fan of education. I didn't really believe in the whole school system. I felt like I didn't have to go to school to learn things. And that's true. I still feel that, but I now know that education is not just a school. It's not just an institution. It's part of you. John Maxwell said, you know, the day you stop learning is the day that you die. And education is about learning. You learn new things. You learn about yourself. You learn about others. You learn how to be better. So knowledge is wealth. You have knowledge, you know, people would pay you to listen to you. And that wealth is power, you know. As you grow older, you do start to really appreciate people that really matter. You do start to take time out to spend time with people that actually are worthwhile, not just hanging out with people because you want to hang out or because you just want to chill, but really taking time out, you know, buying presents, doing things for people that you really care about has been something that I've learned to do as 18. Growing up, a lot of people try to dictate your life, especially your parents and the people around, the people closest to you. They try to tell you what you should do, when you should do it, how you should do it. As 18, one thing that really stood out for me, and I think my parents have also seen it in me, is that it's my life. Like, your opinion only matters to an extent, and whilst I appreciate it and a lot of the time it's useful, at the end of the day it comes down to you and what you like. Like, it is your life. You are in control of your life. Your parents cannot dictate, you know, what you're going to do from morning to night or where you're going to go. Like, only God knows. But even, like, God still gives you freedom to choose. The whole Christianity thing is about freedom. It's a choice. It's a choice whether you go to school or not. It's a choice whether you attend your lecture or not. It's just everything in your life, it's down to you. You are in control. I'm not saying this to like spite anyone or, you know, stab anyone, and trust me, there's no shade, but it's just a lot of the time I go on Twitter and I just see things and I just laugh, because it's like, okay, I've been in that era when I thought you had to be popular, you had to be cool, you had to have the latest clothes, the latest devices, so that people would take you seriously, so people would like you. Like, at 18, I think I just drew that line, like, no, I don't need to be popular. Like, being popular is actually not it, because a lot of the time you get so caught up in the whole celebrity status thing, you don't even you don't know who's real or not. You don't even know yourself. You don't know how real you are. Like, when that hits me, I think that hit me shortly after I turned 18 actually. Like, you need to stop trying so hard to please other people. Just live for yourself. And a lot of people out there are like, oh, obviously, or yeah, I don't really care about those things. But when you go out with people, don't you see sometimes you're trying extra hard for them to like you? Like, you might not even realize this, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't think I cared about it. But when I was sitting down to reflect, and even when I was writing this, I was like, yo, for the longest time, you know, without even knowing, I've been trying to just be up there. Like, no, be fulfilled within your own self, and that would outshine everything and everyone, you know. And you know, it's so great. It's such a great feeling when you're content within yourself. Like, no one has to add anything or take anything away from you to be content. It's an amazing feeling. So at 18, one of the things I've really learned to do is just to be that black, independent, strong woman. It's just, you do have to learn to take care of yourself. You can't be babying up by mommy and daddy, by your brothers and sisters forever. You have to take, like I said earlier, responsibility of yourself and your actions. Like, you have been paying for your school fees and they've been giving you allowance. You know, it's time for you to start saving. It's time for you to start planning your financial future ahead of you. It's time for you to start praying your own prayers. It's not just relying on mommy and daddy's bank of prayers, but you yourself get to know God for yourself, and you know, take care of yourself. You have to be a big girl or big boy. You know, you have to learn how to do things for yourself and know that your parents are not going to be alive forever, and a lot of your friends might not fall in the same path as you. So you have to be your own self. Don't depend, like, learn to depend only on God. Don't depend on your mom or your dad or even yourself. I remember telling someone I didn't trust myself, and they were looking at me like, and I was like, yeah, because I'm human. I don't know what I'm going to do or say, but God knows, which is why I've really, especially at 18, taken up a really, really personal relationship with God, and that has paid off tremendously. And to just talk about the ways in which God has come through for me, just by having a personal relationship with Him. You know, I can talk about that from now to tomorrow. But yeah, really take care of yourself spiritually. Start praying more. Financially, start saving up. Academically as well. Don't wait for your parents to tell you what to do, or you have to get it first. Like, set your own goals, set your own standards, what you would take, what you would not take. If a B is not acceptable to you, you know, go for the A's and stick with it. You know how I said that life isn't that serious? I do still hold that view. Life isn't that serious, but life is hard. Gosh, I don't know whether it was even turning 18 or being in second year, but I think in life, in general, life is hard. And you know, to get ahead and to achieve your goals and to be everything that you want to be, you do have to push. You do have to go the extra mile. I believe that I'm a very ambitious person, and I have so many goals and dreams that I want to do. And sometimes I just look at it and I just, like, because I know all the things I'm going to have to forfeit. I know all the things I'm going to have to trade. I know all the time I'm going to have to give up, the resources and things I'm going to have to do to get to where I want to be. So life's hard. It's not as simple as ABC. It's not a bed of roses that you just wake up and, you know, I want a car and a car is there. Like, you have to work. You really have to want something, you know, and you have to work to get it as well. And finally, last but not the least, put God first. I cannot stress this enough, and I did put it at the end because this literally summarizes my year. Being 18, putting God first. One of my favorite all-time scriptures is Matthew 6:33 that says, "Seek first the kingdom of heaven and His righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you." And that's a verse that I've really, really held into being 18. Like, God comes first with my family, with my career, with my dreams, with my everyday life. God comes first. Start your day with God. End your day with God. If you're doing anything, you know, ask God what He thinks about it. If you're going into a relationship, ask God what He thinks about it. Like, ask the Holy Spirit. Develop a bond with God. Have a sacred place you know, take time to really study and know God for yourself. Like, yo, I cannot talk about this enough. Put God first. And you really don't know how important that is until you do, until you get to a point whereby God is the only thing you have to hold on to. So whilst I was talking about my 18th thing, which was putting God first, my camera went off, and thank God I haven't saw it, but I had to come back and redo it. So I'm just going to just really wrap up. I think you guys have heard enough, and I do hope that you guys have been able to pick up one or two things. And if this has blessed you or encouraged you, or if this has, you know, spoken to you, or if you've just really enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up or comment. And you know, if you're 18 as well, or you're about to turn 18, I hope this has really been useful and helpful to you going forward. If you're younger than 18, I'd really like to hear from you things that, you know, what you guys are going through at the moment. And if you're older than 18, then I'd especially like to hear from you, because I'm always open to listen to older people's experiences and, you know, ways that could benefit me as well. You know, like I said, this blog is about sharing the love, so, you know, feel free to send me an email, feel free to, you know, talk to me. I'm really open, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So till the next time, thank you so much for joining me again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.